What's going on, everybody? My name is John Serwin and this is my kitchen. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I made this. Called it chicken bacon Swiss. There's grilled chicken, bacon, Swiss, avocado, some homemade Chipotle Mayo, and homemade bun. I'm going to show you the techniques and how it's done. Stay tuned. For our grilled chicken bacon Swiss sandwiches, I am going to just grab some chicken breast. We're going to clean it up a little bit. And I'm going to try out a new tool that I just got that I want to give a shot. You know that with chicken breasts, you got the thin side over here. You got the thicker side right over here. We kind of want to even it out to get even cooking. So you could do the one process I showed you where slice right down here, butterfly this side, butterfly this side. Now you get two even pieces. You could take off the top sort of section here if you would like. And honestly, a lot of the times I do that. This little top section, when I cut it up, then I'll just slice it up and now you got grilled sliced chicken. I just picked up a new tool called a jacquarding tool. This is what it looks like. And as you hit it down, those all come out and penetrate the chicken. But at the same time, it's supposed to, since you are doing downward pressure, you are flattening out the chicken. So we're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. Do a few this way, don't want to go crazy on it, but got it relatively flatter, but you know what? Whatever, I'm here, might as well keep going. Hopefully I didn't massacre the chicken too much, but it actually did do a good job of getting it pretty evenly flat. So, all right, we're going to continue on with the rest of the chicken and see how this goes. Just going to put it into a big old bowl and then throw my marinade in there. Now that we have our workspace all cleaned up and our chicken all jacquarded, if you will, we are going to first go in with apple cider vinegar, probably about 1/4 cup, kind of making a marinade here that is going to sit on the chicken while we heat up the grill, because I am a charcoal grill man, and you gotta light up the charcoal. It gives that time to marinade to sit. So about 1/4 cup, probably, I'd say. We have a bunch of chicken. I think this is about 5 pounds of chicken in here. And maybe probably close to 10 chicken breasts in there. When I do grill, I grill up a lot at once. All right, going to go in with some avocado oils. And this is probably about another 1/4 cup. And then here I have a little seasoning blend that I made up. It is mostly smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, a little bit of oregano, sage, thyme, and usually I'll put in cayenne, but I came across this product called jalapeno powder. So instead of cayenne, I put in jalapeno powder this time. And you are going to go in very heavy on the seasoning here. All right, I'm going to mix this up with my hands and we'll be back. Show you what it looks like when done. All right, and that's how they should look when done. We're going to go ahead, cover it up, put it back in the fridge, and it'll sit for probably about 30 minutes to an hour while that charcoal grill is coming up to temp. Here I have my homemade potato buns that have proofed. I'm now going to apply an egg wash, which is 1 egg beaten with 3 tablespoons of water. Then I will bake it at 375 in the oven for 15 minutes. Stovetop here for our chicken bacon Swiss, we are going to get some bacon cooking. What I like to do, a little non-stick, and we're not going crazy high heat, right? That's going to be the plan of action. I don't always enjoy cooking out of non-stick, but sometimes it's very necessary. My little trick I enjoy for when I cook bacon for sandwiches is instead of doing a whole strip of bacon, I cut the strips in half and then cook it. That way you don't have to sit there and cut it after it's done, crumble up some pieces. It'll be nice and cleanly cut. So here we are. I just grabbed bacon, cut it right in half, and I'm going to go ahead and layer this up. Remember, cold pan. I like starting bacon in a cold pan and bring it up slowly, let it render, and then it'll fry in its own fat. Bacon's all done, and that's what we have. Those are beautiful little strips for sandwiches, and then, those could be just chef's little treat. Well, the bun's baked off at 375 for the past 15 minutes. Let's take them out and have a look. Well, all right. Hey, wow. The regular buns look great. All right, grill is up to temp. Got it scraped down. Now I'm going to go ahead, gloved hand, and start putting the chicken on the grill. See how much of it we can get on here. Ooh, nice sizzle. Remember, I just like grilling. If I have coals going, I just grill a bunch. Whew, clumsy today. Great success. All right, clean this up and I'll be getting a clean pan for the rest of my chicken. At this point, the internal temperature of the chicken is 145 degrees, so I will start layering on the bacon, followed by the Swiss cheese, since the bacon needs to heat up and the Swiss cheese needs to melt. I like cooking my chicken to a max temp of 155 degrees. I found that between 150 degrees and 155 degrees is the sweet spot for the perfect doneness, maximum flavor, and juiciness without the texture being rubbery. After a few minutes, the cheese is now melted and these chicken breasts are ready to come off the grill. I will rest these for at least 5 minutes before assembling the sandwich. Resting the meat is just as important as seasoning and cooking it. It gives a chance for the meat fibers to relax and reabsorb the juices. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to take one of our homemade buns. Man, these things feel fantastic. Maybe a little large, but that's all right. We're still working it out. But those are, yeah, that commercial stuff we're looking for. We're going in with that Chipotle Mayo. Do Chipotle Mayo on the bottom, always. I figure mayo on the bottom because all the juices from the meat will drip down into the mayo, into the bread, and it just makes a fantastic sort of sauce of its own. I'm going to take some of those homemade bread and butter pickles, because why not? Throw, I don't know, 6 or 7 on there. We'll go 6. And we're going to go in with chicken bacon Swiss. We got our half bacon underneath, 2 pieces of Swiss right on top. Over here, how I like to top it off, again, a little bit of mayo on top. We are going to go with some red onion. I like kind of a lot of it. Actually, what I should have done, why not put a nice tomato on the bottom as well? Red onion, then a little bit of avocado right on top of the bun. And last but not least, which helps it not slide around, 2 nice pieces of Boston or butter lettuce. Go ahead and throw that right on top. And we'll get you a cut and show you what it looks like. All right, and there you have it, folks. The chicken bacon Swiss. This is honestly one of my favorite lighter and go-to lunches at the firehouse, because we usually do some sort of beef or pork for dinner. So chicken sandwiches, some sort of variation on chicken, are kind of a lot of my lunch recipes. There are some other ones, but yeah, that's nothing left to do but give it the old official taste test. Yep, let's hit. Man, yeah, that bun, that chipotle mayo with a little bit of heat, that sweetness from the bread and butter pickle, chicken's grilled perfectly. I like that jacquarding. So I'm going to use that more often. That did a great job. The flavor penetrated through, or the marinade at least was able to penetrate through. Yeah, this one, the avocado, the fattiness of the avocado, the smokiness of the bacon, the tanginess of that Swiss cheese. It's a good combination. I mean, I know some people call this like a California club or whatever you want to call it. I just call it chicken bacon Swiss. Well, yeah, give it a shot. Let me know what you think and comment below. All right, guys. Appreciate you coming by. And just remember, you're only making food out of ingredients until you sit down and share them with the ones you love. Then it's a meal. All right, guys. Greatly appreciate you coming by. Till next time.